Okay. Test, test, test. Let's see, we got this thing going. Okay. Okay, looks like we're good. Let's go to transition. And looks like we're live. Cool, cool, cool. Send out the link to Nightstrixx, and I'll bring him in. What up?
Hold on. Let me turn my shit down here. What up? Am I too loud here?
I don't think so.
I'm gonna find you on the stream here.
I don't think so.
That way I can see your setup. Your setup looks really good. I like that.
Yeah, something new that I figured after, the last live stream I wanted to, bring people in, so to speak. Yeah, something new that I figured after, the last live stream I wanted to,
You got like an echo, right?
Yeah, it's because of the feedback, so I got to mute the broadcast in a second. But let me, since I got you online, let me mute this. Here we go. Okay, so let me, I got to do a capture, bring you in, all that fun stuff. Bring you into the stream, so let me got you here. So let me do this. I'm going to blow this up.
Like my computer is like really laggy right now.
Well, I get everything set up here on this end, so. So we got that. Okay, let me add in this name, checker tag. So yeah, I need to add that. Let's do display capture. Okay, I think I'm with car.
Oh, hey, I'm running one of your ads right now.
Really?
Yeah. I'll let it play out too.
I don't care.
Hey, it was fingernail polish. I hope there's not an echo coming from my end now, though.
I don't think so, but anything is possible these days. Ooh, almost got you. Almost got you.
I like to be right back with the bathroom
All it is I created an individual scene template, and I just shot it over, basically.
Yo, what up, JNR? Okay. It's kind of weird seeing like. that is good, Bob. I really like that though. Hey, you got 5 people in here right now though.
Hey, I think we got it. How's that look?
I don't know. I don't see it yet. Oh, there we go. Oh, hell. My fault. I got my camera.
Whoops.
Here, I'll turn my camera back on. This is going to scare the hell out of people. Ah!
Sweet. There we go. Got you online. Sweet.
I like it. I do like it. Holy shit. Look at my damn chin or some shit.
Now, I was going to ask you, when you did your Nair bit, does it grow, the hair grow back faster, or does it take longer to grow out?
I don't know, like
it feels scruffy, it looks scruffy.
Like it really is. Like it's really, like it's kind of fucking funny to see myself here. There we go. Like then looking at the TV screen.
Hey,
like,
try this.
Too,
hey,
so like,
try this.
Like,
take your phone and flip it sideways. Go. There you go. You fill up the screen.
I like this. I like that setup you got. I like the setup. Like.
You want me to build you one?
Well, that's incredible. Yeah, if you can, that is amazing. I like that. That is. Wait a minute. Is your name Mario? Is that?
Yep, that's my actual name.
What?
Ooh, you brought up a good point. Now, do you want me to call you by Fred, or do you want me to call you Nightstrixx? I'll change the name up.
Nah, it's good. It don't make no difference. You call me by whatever you
want. Okay.
I'm opening a beer. Hey, Bob, I really wish we had got a Santa Claus's neighbor on the video chat. That would have been good. Well, that's amazing. I like that. That is. Oh, there you go. AKA. What? How the hell are you doing that? Like, I wanna figure that out because that is incredible, bro. That is super, super incredible. Now, mind you, I'm drinking a beer and I got this big ass Jack Hawk 5000 here. I was fucking opening my beer with it. So like.
Oh, let me see if I blow this up a little bit.
Bob, that is good. Bob, that is incredible. Like, I absolutely love that.
Let me see if I can reposition this a little bit. No, that's that. That was under guest. Okay.
Let's see if I can put this camera on. Alright, there we go. I want to smoke a steak. Man, that update sucks. Yeah, right? Yeah, it does, JNR, right?
You know what? I'm just gonna re-edit your name just to be Nightstrixx. I got to play around with that bit a little bit. There we go. And boom. How's that? Is that showing up?
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Okay, that's cool, man.
Yeah, man. So if you want me, I can build you something similar like this type of template setup if you want to use it. It's really simple. If you want me to change the color up, I can change the color up if you want me, or whatever.
Hey, that's perfect, man. That is awesome. I even like the colors and everything.
Okay, it'll be easy enough. I'll just, whatever. Shoot me over your logo or something, and put in the center, like mine says Gear Vlogz, I'll put Nightstrixx or something
Right.
up there, and then as you see down below, I have a little thing for the ticker tape. You kind of have the same thing you have on your stream, how you have the ticker. I just squeezed it down there, repositioned it, and squeezed it down there to play down there. You know, the call to action to get people to do stuff. And as far as the names up top, I built that little banner thing up top to where I have I used what they call the text GDI plus bit to create individual scenes or names. So for yours, that's why I was messing around. I went in there and edited the text how I wanted it, what to say. Since I brought you on board, I just typed that in. It replaces it, and then my name obviously for that.
Well, that is a really amazing setup, dude. Like I'm kind of envious now because that is really good. That's really good.
How does it look on your end? Because I don't have my a browser open to see how it's looking on the stream right now.
Oh, it looks good, bro. It looks incredible. Like it really does. Like professional, you know what I mean? Yeah, it does look. Yeah, JR don't look good. It does look good.
Okay, cool. So
it's kind of funny to watch myself on the delay though. like I'm like on the fucking super delay.
Yeah, exactly. I'm pulling up. I pulled up a different window. Now here it goes to the point where it's like, okay, now I have to add another monitor to set up. So I'm on two monitors. I'm looking at my screen on my laptop, and I'm looking at the full your feed right now on the monitor. So you're on a nice 22-inch monitor right now.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, and like everything I look on my stream, I'm looking at a 55-inch flat screen. Like this hooked up to my monitor to my computer.
Oops. That's good. Okay.
Well, I like it. I like it a lot. Like I really do.
Okay, what does everyone else think?
JR guy says it looks really good.
Okay, sweet. So I think I got some of the bugs worked out of this thing, so that's one way of doing it.
I can't wait to get that. I might fuck with that a little bit myself to see if I can get that like that too. Like, no, is this in OBS?
Yep, I'm using OBS to do the broadcasting. So I'm thinking this is what you might need to do, so you can bring more people on the panel. Basically, how many monitors do you have? You have two or one?
No, I'm just looking at one.
So your big 55-inch, right? I'm sure you probably have enough real estate room on there to bring stuff up. But like I said, for this call, for you to be on my stream right now, I made a Hangouts video call to you, right?
Right.
And I have the feed going here. So that's like a one-on-one, so it's perfect. So you're not seeing me, how I switches back and forth right now.
Right.
Because whatever you want to call it, on that aspect. So I'm thinking, I wonder how it would be if we were to bring somebody else on into this stream, how it would look.
I'm not sure. Maybe ask hey, got 5 people in here right now. Anybody else want to jump in here? JR, you want to jump in here? Anybody?
Yep. Anybody? I'm
actually watching you like on. I got you on the computer, so like I'm watching you.
Right.
Or so like it's a mad delay. That's like at least a 20-second delay.
And I got on low latency to be interacting on the broadcast. Wonder if I have to go further. Well, it is probably what it is.
Hey, but you're definitely on the right page, though. Like, you're on the right page, man. Like, that's incredible. Like, you're on the right page, like, with your setup. You know what I mean? Like, won't be long, but you're seeing me off the hook. You know what I mean? Like off the chain.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad that we got the, well, you know, at least the stream, like the ticker tape. I was wondering how that was going to work out. It seems to be going at, I think, a good pace. It's not going too fast and not too slow. So it's kind of relaying.
I was just reading about your ticker and it said, "Bro, host appreciate super chats."
Hey, why not? Considering I spent went to Home Depot and spent almost $40 worth of materials.
Right.
That's like, geez, who would think a 2x4 would cost that much? Chopped up.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Are you thinking about doing a green screen behind you at any point?
I don't think I got enough room in here to do a proper green screen. I'll mess around with it. That's one of the things why I bought the 2x4s, because you know the normal white background I usually have.
Right.
I'm building picked up the 2x4s is I'm going to build a riser stand placeholder to keep it from tipping over.
Right.
So act like footings basically.
Right. So you seen Scott Victor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I want to do is eventually get a piece of that insulation board and paint it green and see what happens. If it's cheap, it's what, $12-15 for a piece of insulation board.
Yeah.
And what, probably another $10 in white paint, plus then another $10 in green paint.
Yeah, Scott, the way he has this up is really incredible. I really like it. And I mean, I have a green screen. I mean, I have a big ass one, a big ass one. It's fucking huge.
Right.
Tripod, green screen. But you gotta have the right lighting, and mind you, this is my basement with my pool table and all that stuff. So it's ugh.
But then again, it's okay, yeah, you can go on Amazon and you can find for $100 a couple of studio lighting kits, 2 or 3 lighting kits with the cheap stands, and there is your lighting that you need for a green screen.
What's crazy right now? I'm looking at my phone. I got my phone set up.
Mm-hmm.
You're still it still says Vlogz. There's still no camera that way. It's the same thing that I go through. It's the same thing that I'm doing too. You know what I mean? I can see you, but you can't see me. That's exactly what right now. The only thing that's popping up is your input.
Oh, that's because I got the camera turned off, I think.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, gotcha.
Let's see what happens. Any better? Nope.
No.
Oh well. Oh well. Sorry about that, bro.
No, it's the same thing that I'm going through. So trying to figure out, and I researched it again today, and I was looking it up, and it was in your sources, and then so have you got it set up so when you're with the camera 1, 2, 3, 4, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, well, I kind of had to do to bring this feed in where I'm on the 80D camera because it's the better quality.
Right.
So I had to pull that up.
Right.
And
okay, JNR, have a good night, man. I appreciate you stopping in.
Yep, thanks, JNR.
Well, we got 5 people in here, man. That's pretty
Or
good.
at least 5 people watching, and who knows who's watching, but yeah.
Everybody's just great, you know what I mean? Alright, bub, later, man.
Jeez, it's only 11:20 here right now.
Yeah, it's 2:18 here, man.
Jeez. So what's your honey to do project tomorrow? Clean up the garage?
Yeah, I would say probably. I would probably say yeah. I want to do that. I told you about my son getting a car there, right? My son bought him a car.
He bought a car?
No, I didn't buy a car. My son bought him a car.
Okay.
My 17-year-old son bought him a car, right? And did I tell you the story? I didn't tell you the story about that.
No.
All right. JNR said everything outdoors has. Want to give him a shout out. Maybe he Yeah, I got you. Jana. Yeah, no, my son bought a car. He bought his very first car himself. $400.
Okay,
Right?
that's
Right.
admirable.
It's a 1996 Dodge Stratus.
Okay,
Okay.
$400. That's
out.
about right. Okay.
All right, check this out. It's only got 55,000 miles.
Nursing home special, huh?
Yes, my wife, this girl, and my wife's working. She goes, anybody looking for a car? My wife's like, yeah, my son is. And she goes, well, I have my grandmother's car. She got my grandmother's car, and I mean, it's a 1996 Dodge Stratus, but it's only got 55,000 miles on it.
Good.
Hey,
You want to teach
like,
him?
well,
Hey,
that's
you want to
just
teach him some responsibilities? You tell him to stay on the maintenance, meaning every 3,000 to 5,000 miles, change the oil on that thing, rotate the tires, and I think every 30,000, replace the spark plugs on the thing, and that thing will last them forever. Oh, maybe do a transmission service, whatever the owner's manual says.
But isn't that a steal?
Yeah, that's a smoking deal, dude. But then again, hey.
Like, are you serious? And like, now mind you, it's got a little front end damage on the driver's side, but there's no busted headlight or nothing. It's just got like a little ding. It's got a dent in the driver's side.
In the fender, basically.
Like, you just bought a fucking car for $400. It's only got 55,000 miles. Some old lady had it.
4-door?
But this car lasts you. If it lasts him a year, he definitely got his money. But if he gets like 3 years out of this car, it's like, no.
Does he work?
Yeah, my son does. Yeah, he does. Yeah,
okay. Well, as long, like I said, man, trust me. If anything you can impart to him, or I can tell him, it's like I said. Hey, the car's paid for. Your insurance should be cheap on a car like that. But yeah, your biggest thing is stay up on the maintenance. I mean, it's like, you'd be surprised how many kids get these cars, never change the oil, never do this, never do that, and they blow up. So unless your kid is prepared to learn how to turn a wrench and fix his own cars and be able to replace his own motors, just stay up on the maintenance. It's like one of the other things I always told my customers to tell their kids, and it's a good habit to get into. I don't care how new the car is or how old the car is. Every time you fill up with gas, pop the hood, check all your fluids.
Right.
And it's like, that'll be the time. If something's going to be going wrong on your car, that will be the time it'll tell you. It's like, if you maybe need half a quart down the oil or a quart of the oil down, that's normal. Cars will burn oil. So you stay on top of it. You pour more oil in. Then when you do your oil changes, you look for fluid leaks. You see, is it leaking from an oil pan? Is it leaking anywhere on the car? Sorry, man. It was how I was taught in auto shop.
Yeah.
And
no, but but yeah, like seriously, he bought a $400 car. That the chick probably could have got like
$1,500 or more.
$1,500 or more. You know what I mean? Like, and it was like, dude, if you don't buy, I won't buy it. But I think he'll appreciate it more.
Yeah.
By spending his own money. You know what I mean? And
yep.
just get something to give to him.
Yeah, so. Exactly. It's like, I hate to say it, everything I've owned, I had to work for myself. It's like, I had a little help along the way, but I had to work for it,
Right.
And I was like, well, case in point, an example. My 95 Cobra. First fell in love with it when it was brand new at the dealership, but I wasn't prepared to pay $24,000 and go into debt.
Right.
I says, someday, I said to myself. And, 10 years later, guess what? opportunity came up for me to get one. And it got it paid for in full. So,
Right.
yeah.
My first car was a 1980 Ford Mustang hatchback with a 300 straight six.
Fox body, not bad.
So, I paid $500 for it.
Four-eyed pride.
Hey, and trust me, it was hatchback, and I had butt prints on the back window because the back seat's laid down. That's a true story. That's my wife.
Yep.
A true story. Like I didn't even watch the back window because I had butt prints from the back. No, I asked my wife. She'll tell you the same thing. Hey, why did you get them butt prints off there? I'm like, oh, because like that's awesome.
Hey, there was...
You know what's really funny is, man, I bought that car for $500, right?
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I had to pay $500 for the car, but what was really shitty is I bought it off my brother, and him and his I used to work at he had a grocery store, so I used to work in his grocery store and run the cash register and different stuff while he was out doing other things. So he always told me, man, like, hey, working in my store, man, he's like, I'll just give you this car, you know. Well, at that time, him and his wife got a divorce. So, and she wanted $500 for the car, so I had to pay $500 for the damn car. I'm like, what? But, and I turned around and sold the car before I went to the Army. I sold the car before I went to the Army. I paid $500 for the car. I turned around and sold the car for $400. So, and I drove for like almost 3 years. And the only thing I ever did it was replace the starter on it. That was it.
That's cool. I'm trying to reposition you or resize you a little bit. See if I can get you to fill up the screen a little bit more. Okay, that's starting to look better. Let's see. Okay, let's try that.
Damn, we got 4 people in here, man. Like, nobody's talking. The hell?
Hey, you look a little better now.
I do.
Got you looking bigger on the screen now.
Oh, damn, shit. Holy hell. Everybody see my handicap sticker. My handicap sign stolen. Handicap sign stolen. Stole those, by the way. Oh, damn.
Okay, whoops.
It's really tricky on, like, in OBS to figure out, like, when you're in properties, like, the right stream, like, it's like, oh, you can fuck that up, like, really quick.
Yeah,
I think you just did, didn't you?
yeah, probably. I'm trying to pull some shit up. So let me get you pulled back up. Here we go. I think I got you pulled up. There we go. Much better. Much better.
What is Into the Bush? Like, I just seen he went live. Hey, have you got to talk to Into the Bush yet?
I don't think so.
Oh, you haven't? You didn't think so? Oh, yeah. Like, the other day I called in the Savage, I've lost in Savage Street, and I was, like, pretending to be, like, a 16-year-old kid. And so, like, he fucking calls in after me and tries to be a 16-year-old kid, too. So, like, it was really funny. I think he's from, like, Tennessee or Kentucky or something. Like, he definitely got that, like, that little drawl, you know what I mean? Like, that, that southern drawl. Damn, I can't believe you still got 4 people. I don't know how many people you got in here, but like, on my screen it says 4. So.
Well, it's a slow night or whatever, you know. And plus, you know, it's late. most of the, I think most of the viewers, and plus, who knows what'll happen on the replay, what'll happen.
I seen what you have low. I was reading at the bottom. This is like your Vlogz live stream with special guest Nightstrixx. I will be discussing interviewing Nightstrixx on YouTube. Join us and find out more about Fred and his background.
Hey, I gotta standardize it, man.
That's awesome. That's really like nobody will ask a question for me.
Yeah.
You don't want to know about my life, man.
So let's see. You're a vet. You served in the military. You have a family.
Yep.
How many kids? 3?
Yeah, I got 3 kids. Yep.
3 kids. All boys?
My son will be 18 this year. My daughter's about to turn 60 in probably 15 days or so. And then I got an 8-year-old.
Cool.
And I've been married for 20 years to the same woman.
Hey, that's an accomplishment right there.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I've had a pretty fucked up, shitty life, even before her. But like, I went to the army. It changed my life. So it changed my whole entire perspective of everything. So.
Yeah, I thought about joining the military too when I was in high school, as possible career choice, all of that fun stuff. But at the time, I just didn't really see the interest, in my personal belief, any kind of training that I could use after the military in civilian life that I was interested in. And of all things, the things I wanted to be was, believe it or not, I wanted to be a helicopter pilot. But I didn't have the vision for it, so I know they would never take me.
Right.
So, about the only other thing I could think of is maybe join the Navy and become a culinary specialist.
Wait, did you say wait, what did you say?
Culinary specialist.
So you just want to be a cook?
Yep. Hey, you gotta eat, right? Everybody's gotta eat, right? May as well get paid for it. Yeah. So, yeah, did the other route. And, let's see, spent like a good part of 10 years working night shift pushing a mop. Then got into corporate life during the middle of that. And then got stuck in corporate life for 10 years. Hated that. And then got involved back into my automotive background and did that for 15 years. And then here I am.
Well, I think you gotta talk Mama into
getting online.
You know what I mean? You gotta get Mama in here, man. Like, I think Mama is good. Mama is good, and Mama be like really good content. Like, she is so incredible, man. Like, she is awesome. Like, I fucking absolutely love her. Like, that is so funny, man. When she got in there the other day, man, like, that was like, man, that is stuff that like I would want to see. You know what I mean? Like, and
the problem is trying to find a time of the day to put her on camera that doesn't interfere with her TV watch time.
Yeah, right. Yeah, don't interfere with like Bonanza
and Perry Mason. Don't stop her from her Perry Mason.
Yeah, I love Perry Mason too, man. Like, that's fucking awesome. Like,
I just heard something the other day that I did not know, that Raymond Burr, Perry Mason, I didn't know he was gay. I did not know that.
Yeah, like even when the Dukes of Hazzard voice was gay. You know what I mean? Hey, what's his name? Andy Griffith.
Oh, Don Knotts?
No, Don Knotts wasn't gay. It was the other guy.
Floyd?
Gomer Powell. Gomer Powell was gay.
Nah.
Yes, he is. Yes.
Nah.
Yeah, Gomer Pyle was gay. Look it up. Look it up. Gomer Pyle was gay.
Oh, God.
Look it up. Look it up. Look it up.
You know, actually, I got to find out what time on my mom, that network that my mom watches, they have Gomer Pyle reruns airing. I got to find out when that time, and we'll start watching it with my mom when that airs.
Hey, I see your video rolling across right now. Like your screen said, hit that thumb up. It doesn't say thumb. It says thumb up. Hit that thumb up.
It's supposed to be thumbs up, I think.
I just saw that roll. I seen that roll across the bottom of the screen. I was like, hit that thumb up. What the fuck is the thumb?
Well, we'll find out, and we'll edit it in a second if it's.
It does. It says hit that thumb up. I'm like,
Oh, God.
I'm sorry, man. It's just
No, this is why this is testing. This is good. I'm keeping it real, buddy.
Like, please hit the thumb up. Like, dude, who dropped you a thumbs down? Hey, who the fuck dropped you a thumbs down?
No idea.
Like, are you fucking kidding me? I almost bet I knew who it is.
Let's fix that.
Hit that thumb up.
It's just missing the S, right?
What is it? What'd you say?
It says missing the S, right?
No, it says thump. T-H-U-M-P. You got it, yeah. You got
There, okay.
I almost bet I knew who it is, too, by the way. With the thumbs down, right?
Yeah, it happens.
Hey, you know what, though? It's still interactive, though.
Yep.
It still counts as interactive. No matter you give a thumbs up or a thumbs down, it still counts as interactive. So, hey, joke's on you.
Did I spell it right this time?
There you go. It was like, there's the thumps. Why would I want to fucking hit the thumps up?
Thump, 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 thump. Well, I hear mistakes are supposed to be good.
No, that's good though, because like I got a buddy, like my next door neighbor, like I'm not lying. Like I got a next door neighbor, like he would be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" I'm like, "What?" He would be texting me like, "You name your streams what?" Like, are you like I had a stream one time. Was like, I'm getting fucked, and he's like, "Dude, how you talking about you getting fucked?" And I'm like, "Oh, I forgot the rest of it."
Crazy. So, you like this layout? So basically, you like this layout, how it's set up, then?
Well, that's incredible. I absolutely love that. That is.
So, what colors would you want? Like black and more like yellows or oranges?
Yeah, I would probably say so.
Okay, for you, I can replace probably the orange, go like black and orange, gradient for the background.
Right.
What color do you want like the squares outlay to be?
Dude, that color's incredible. I like that color.
Okay, I'll keep that color there. And then,
like, how did you get like the square blocks and stuff like that? How did you?
What do you mean?
Like that's like like where it says Nightstrixx, Vlogz, and then Mario, and then you got like the square, like that whole entire square bar going across the bottom.
Yeah, it's like it's an image, and when I was building it in Photoshop, I just built it, and the only things I've added in with OBS is where it says Nightstrixx and Mario. So here, I'll show you in the. Let me pull it up and I'll show you what I mean. I can make it disappear Like,
And that's incredible, man. Like, that is absolutely, I love it. Like, oof. Like,
so yeah,
wait,
like,
you, like, put your number and shit up there, too. Like,
yeah, I could do that. That's an option there. But I built this particular screen for, like, when I want to bring in guests,
right,
like one-on-one type guests, and not really. I could probably put down the ticker tape where I could say, call in.
right.
You know, I could do that. But since I'm talking to you right now, I wouldn't be able to talk to them anyway.
Right.
That's why I've been building the Discord server to see if that's a way to get around it. So if somebody has Discord server, they could call in that way. They could join the Discord, call in
Right.
that way, and I could bring the calls in that way.
Like, like, I'll tell you another thing. Like, you know, on the bottom corner of your screen where it says Gear Vlogs?
Yeah, the watermark.
Like, if you can, like, move it up, so where, because the gear is kind of blending into the channel.
Yeah, into the red. Yeah, that is unfortunately from YouTube on my branding. So it's the YouTube automated branding watermark. What I could do there is add like a background to it, so it's a solid background behind it.
Like,
So
how do you get the watermark like that? Like,
you go into your YouTube Studio Beta, and then you go. It's under branding. You go into channel advancement and branding, and it lets you upload a file. You know, and then it'll place like your logo in that spot on all of your broadcasting videos.
oh, that's amazing. I didn't even know that. Like, I didn't even know that. But, like, your gear blends into your background. So, like, if you can move, like, everything up,
Okay.
you know what I mean, and get it more into the black,
Okay.
would be a, I mean, because, like, to be honest with you, I saw it down there. Like, I couldn't see what it said. You know what I mean? So, like, if you maybe change the color of the gear or whatever, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I could do that too. I was messing around with colors, so I can play around with that. So I can see what you're saying. I can raise it up a little bit. I wasn't sure how much room I would have when I was setting this up, but this is, like I said, the whole point of testing. So
it looks good, dude. Hey, what you got right now is on like a professional level, dude. But it looks really, really good. Like, ooh, like to me, I'll be just throwing up random shit. You know what I mean? Like, ooh. And I even seen the other day when you started, and you had it all segment. You know what I mean? And when you couldn't, did you figure out what was wrong with that? Like,
I think it was basically what I think part of it was the
you got 2 thumbs down. Like, who the fuck? Fucking kid. I hope it's not me, man. Like, I really apologize if it's me.
no, you have haters out there. Go figure.
Like, holy shit, man, it's fucking crazy.
You got trolls out there, so it is what it is.
It is what it is.
So, if you have any questions, if you don't like the live stream, get into the chat and tell us what you don't like about it.
No shit. Hey, don't be a punk. Give it thumbs down. Tell me why you want to give it thumbs down.
Yeah. If you want me to improve, how am I supposed to know if you're being silent about it?
Hey, maybe it's that chair. You know what I mean? With that little fuzzy cushion on the back of it.
Yeah, I'll beat it down. Yep.
Hey, it doesn't matter how many times they drop in and out. That's good for you, though, right? You know, it doesn't really make it that big a difference. Like, if you want to come in and drop the thumbs down, you're still fucking making money for you, man. Like, they're still making money for you. Like, people don't understand that. Like, you come in and drop a thumbs down all you want to, and if you come down and do it twice, you know what I mean, in another account, no, you're still watching the ads. You're still making the new money.
Yep. Well, here's a kicker.
The joke's on you.
Well, it's like one of the things that I told during the last stream with Jeff that I had. He has this poster that or a picture of that he turned into a poster that I'm trying to get my hands on when he's on a trip in Florida right now. But when he gets back, I said, give me a price, how much. I want to order up a couple of these prints. I want you to autograph it, and I want to give them away to some lucky winners on the viewers on the show.
Right.
You know, and I'll get him to autograph it. And if I have to, the guy who was driving it, Von Gittin Jr., I'll write a letter and ask him if he can sign these posters, and here's money or a shipping label to send the posters back so I can, it doesn't cost you guys anything, you know?
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, that type of thing.
That's good stuff, though. You know what I mean? Like,
you know, trying to give back to the community, so to speak.
right.
But it is what it is.
It is. Like, I'm getting really close to 400, man. I'm slowly getting back up. I mean, I can't complain. Like, I've been doing this for like
3 months?
what, 2 months.
Yeah.
2 months on this channel. So, I mean, I'm pretty happy with it. I'll get there. So,
Yeah.
if I don't, you know what I mean? It is what it is.
Yeah, it's like, I think Scott was mentioning in one of his streams yesterday, I think, about it, like, you know, about live streaming and whatnot, but after you and I talked offline yesterday, and then you explained to me what some of the stuff happens, yeah, I could see that was the only reason why they get rid of it.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, you don't want that kind of stuff on your,
Oh, yeah. Most definitely. Like,
especially, I hate to say it, but the way how people are these days,
yeah.
it's
I know,
like,
it's crazy, man. And like I said, with the call last night with Eric and Matt, like, my wife doesn't get involved in what I do.
right.
She doesn't want me involved unless somebody steps on my toes or somebody steps on her toes or something, and then she's gonna come down there and she's gonna rant like fuck you or whatever. But like, my wife goes, I asked her, I said, did you see my video last night? Did she watch my live stream last night? She goes, no. And I said, you didn't see the content where I talked to the gay couple? And she goes, no. So she watched it. She watched it, right? Like, she watched it. She goes, that was good. Like, she's like, that was really good. Like, you stepped out of your box, and that is good. Like, that is really good. Like, she was like, I was so like, she was like, okay, wow. You know what I mean? I was like, yeah. I mean, even tonight when we had Mrs. Claus.
Yep,
Mrs.
or
Claus
40 below, yeah. Hey, have you ever thought about bringing your wife onto the streams?
No, she won't.
Why?
Because the fact that when I was on the Playroom, like a guy that I followed for a long time, right? I followed this guy for a long time. I'm not going to miss his name because, like, but I got my wife on the stream. We're talking, and this dude was like, he started beating up my wife. And I'm like, look, bro, like, seriously? Like, I've never disrespected you and you want to come in and beat up my wife like that? And then instantly she was like, she was done. She was like, no, I don't need that shit. Like, no.
Well, was she on the stream with you at the same time when this happened?
No, this is why the Playroom shit.
Uh-huh.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, but I know, but I don't think you'll get people making those things in front of you while she's sitting side by side to you. Do you follow?
Yeah.
And I think you have a better audience now than then, and I think I personally think it would be kind of good seeing her interact. It'd be kind of good to get her take on some of the stuff. Does that make sense?
Right. No, yeah. And it will. But, like, he kind of broke her. Like, he really broke her bad. And she's like, fuck him. I don't need this.
And was he on the PlayStation Network or whatever?
Yeah.
Fuck him.
I mean, he like, this guy is just a fucking mush that lives in Ireland. He was just
Oh, that's right there. You said, yeah.
And he kind of fucking just absolutely just fucking destroyed her whole entire spirits, you know, because like I was always trying to get her up, you know what I mean, come out. And I think we were dancing one time, you know what I mean, like we were live streaming, and we were dancing and shit, and he was like, who the fuck is this bitch? You know what I mean, like he's like, she was like innocent, and like, you know what I mean, she's like she doesn't like she kind of now she just kind of watches my videos, like skips to it.
Right.
Just like with like the Jenny Lee type thing that we had that conversation. Boy was like, "What the fuck was you doing?" I was like, "That was pretty good content." And she was like,
"It was all my fault.
Inappropriate, you know."
It was all my fault.
And I said, and I even I told her like the next day because like, she was mad, and I was like, I was trying to just hook her up with gear vlogs. I was having a good time. It was good content, you know what I mean? She's like,
exactly.
Yeah, appropriate. And gear vlogs, there's a little bit more to the story than that. So.
I feel I'm being left out of this video call, not wearing a baseball cap.
Not wearing a baseball cap. What does the hell that mean? What the hell does that mean?
A-Team, basically, another YouTuber. His name's Alex Mendel. He's like the son of Howie Mandel. You know, from the.
Howie Mandel?
Yeah, well, his son has a YouTube channel, and I was following him for the longest time. And this is from his merch line. And yeah, he even autographed it for me.
Nice.
So you see there. But yeah, it's like, you know, you see all these bigger YouTubers, you know, they like, all they are is selling their merch and whatnot. He's actually kind of like, you know, I liked him because he cares about his subscribers, because he followed or would see my tweets, I'd see his tweets, and he made a comment about going to the gym. And he says, and I had mentioned a post saying, yeah, I had a little issue at a gym where I had to have an ambulance ride one day. And then he made a comment that said of encouragement and whatnot, basically saying, yeah, you gotta be careful, man, blah blah blah. You know,
That's awesome.
That he responded to that, and I was like, okay, cool, thumbs up. And so, and you know, whatever to help to support the guy.
Right.
You know, he can't be also be known for the mouth guard challenge. Literally, if you go to the stores and you look at the mouth guard challenge, his face is on the packaging. So.
Another person making money, you know what I mean?
Yep. Do what you got to do. It's like, hey.
Like it really is amazing. Like some of this, you see a lot of these fucking people like live streaming and shit. Like it's like, and like you see people live stream like fucking T-Series and fucking PD Power or whatever the fuck his name is. Like
PewDiePie.
Like to me, in my opinion, is like you're making these motherfuckers more money, man. Stop with this dumb shit like that. Like really, are you serious? Like I don't give a fuck if they have 890,000 or 89 million subscribers. Like you know how much money these fucking people are making? You know what I mean? Are you serious?
Yeah, it's amazing on what I heard, like on some of the numbers. It's like, yeah, you heard like that one story that they brought about the that guy Jeffree Star. He released a video about somebody broke into one of his warehouses and stole $2.5 million worth of brand new makeup that he hasn't released to the public yet. Got stolen. $2.5 million worth of makeup. Damn.
Love, it's so crazy, dude. It's so crazy. Like, and people wanna do live streams or put like T-Series and PD Power or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even sub to their channel.
Well, the difference is one is a corporation, the other is an individual. I'm going to give more credit to the individual who,
Right.
you know, dropped out of
Which
college or
one is
whatever.
out of India?
Huh?
Which one is out of India?
T-Series.
Yeah. See how far he goes down, right? I see how far he goes down.
Well, here's the thing. It's like, yeah, supposedly they were in the lead, but then PewDiePie releases a congratulations video, also throwing some shade at them, and all of a sudden now he's back in the lead again. So,
like, are you serious?
Yeah.
Like, people don't understand. Like, you know how much money these fucking people are making? You have no idea how much these people are making.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you have no idea. You know what I mean? If they drop a video instantly, if they get 200, a million views, you know how much money they're making?
Yep.
Like, ugh. Like, it would make you fucking sick. And I'm not gonna sponsor them. I'm not gonna throw their shit out there, their name out there, ever again. No, I'm not. Like, no, fuck you. You know how much money you're making? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. I don't give a fuck who's in the lead or not in the lead. You know what I mean? Like, ugh.
Yeah, I hear you on that one. It is what it is. But then again, it's like, how many of us are? What is the actual percentage of people who get over 1 million views per video? What's the percentage? Not that many, you know.
Right.
And unfortunately, if you want to make money, that's what it's going to take. Is like, you need to be able to developing content where, if you're getting 1 million views, yeah, then you know you're doing something right. It's like with that list I was telling you about, that top 12 list I'm working on. I was looking at it the other day. I'm like going, and I was like counting off, you know, because I was adding like the factors, like, okay, how many cars do they own? That's one deciding factor for the list.
Right.
Then I put in the second item. It's like their subscriber count. That was 2. So then I had to figure out, okay, let's add a third, you know, factor, you know, that determine it. So I said, okay, how many videos they have within 1 year that are over 1 million videos? And I was, you know, doing research. I'm going kind of, oh shit, this guy's got like over 33 videos alone within a year that are over 1 million views. So it's like, you know, so I think, you know, by everything's all said and done, it should be a fair playing field when they release that video, you know.
No shit. I mean, think about it. If you have a video that drops up a fucking million views, I mean, if you have a video that drops 60,000 views, and if you're in the top rank of that shit, that 60,000 views is going to give you at least $6,000, right?
You would think.
If you're on the small scale scale, and you have a video that drops 60,000 views, it's going to bring you $600. So like to me, like this has always been my thing. This is going to be my thing. Always. I'm always going to interact with the people.
Yep.
That's in my channel. Like, I'm not going to sit here and just like, and I understand, like, when you get bigger, you know what I mean? When you start getting more subscribers, like, the comments are going to go, right? But, like, I want the interaction.
Yeah.
With the people.
And
you know
that's,
like, I really do.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I want to do. Is like I said, with this Discord server that I'm building, I want to build up a community. You know, it's like, okay, yeah, you have guys who have the cooking community, you have the ASMR community, you have the toy review community, you have the gamers, you know, you have all these different communities. But when you think about it, you look at for my niche, at least the automotive aspect of it, right, you don't really have it. They're all over doing their own thing. I'm slowly starting to see where these guys are somewhat slowly starting to do collabs, but I want to be like the nexus where I want to bring everybody together. Does that make sense?
Right, yeah.
And that's what
like,
I'm going to...
Like, to me, like, even myself, like, I really don't give a shit if if I gain 15 subscribers and I turn around and lose 20. Because, like, if you don't like my content, you don't like my content. You know what I mean? Like, no. I want people that are real in my stream. Like, I'm not just there, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want people to just be there to, like, I started your channel, I'm just checking in. Boom. You know what I mean? Like, I want people that are real. I want people, like, I want the interaction with people on my channel. I want the interaction, and that's why I kind of opened up the number, because, like, you know, here lately, man, be honest with you, like, with the interaction, it's been incredible.
Yeah.
Like, it really has.
Well, that's what I think was kind of hooked for me. It's like I saw the number, I said, "Hey, what the hell? I'll give you a call." So I did.
Right, yeah. I mean, that's awesome. Like,
just because of the fact that you'll talk to me, because nobody else will talk to me.
I mean, and just like that, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. I mean, let me think about it. Like, I mean, you've seen Ian calling today.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And I have a lot of people, like, trust me, that I know personally, like, oh, how do you do that? Like, how do you do that? Like, how do you keep, like, that's just crazy. Like, how do you do that?
Just treat them with respect.
Because, like, I want to interact. Like, I ended a phone call with you, and that was him calling, right?
Yep.
And look, Savvy's was in there, and we kind of was like joking around, and he's like, man, kind of made my day. So if I want to be that kind of person, I'm going to be that kind of person. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going. I mean, just like last night with Matt and Eric called it.
Yep. That was good.
It is what it is. You know what I mean? Like.
And then we had tonight 40 Blow Life, or.
Oh yeah. Right. I mean, that's incredible. Like,
yeah. But remember, like, earlier when you saw me asking her about, you know, about the fuel tanks, she was thinking about, like, fuel for the home. But I was referring to their trucks or their cars, because how far do they have to drive to get from one place to another, you know? It's like, without, you know, do they have to carry spare gas tanks with them? Or, like, I know at least with trucks, because I've had a few customers in the past where we've put in an auxiliary, you know, fuel tank in the bed of their pickup trucks. You know, technically they're supposed to be for filling up equipment or whatever, but they do have designs where you modify it and it'll pump into your regular fuel tank, you know, for extended range. So, like, this one customer I had was a contractor, so he filled up his, you know, his secondary was like a 200-gallon fuel tank for diesel, and top of his whatever that GM put into a Silverado, he would be able to drive from here to Washington or wherever for job, inspect on jobs that he had. So it's like, you know.
Right.
Oh God, what was that company? That company is actually a local too. It's got, I think, called True Flow. Yeah, good company. They're out of like Chico, California, but you know, so basically.
Hey, look, we got 6 people in here. Hey, come on, you got 6 people in here right now. Anybody? Hey, feel free to comment. Like, maybe I'm missing it. Like, I don't know, my computer is like.
No, I haven't seen it since JR was last made a post.
Yeah, okay.
I haven't seen anything. I'm going to type something in right now and say.
What happened? Like, am I? Oh, my battery's about to die again. God damn it. Shit. Oh, shit. Okay. Your Vlogz, my phone is about to die here. Shit.
Grab a cable, plug it into the phone, and plug it into your computer.
No, I didn't. Like, I got it and I charged it, but like it's broke. Like, it's bent. So.
Gotcha, man.
Like, that's why it's like coming up there. Like, what the fuck? So. But it's actually like 3 o'clock in the morning, though. Hey, I appreciate you having me on your stream.
No problem, man.
I got 4 people. You got 4 people in here, so like, incredible. But I'm telling you, I think what we're doing and like what you got set up here is gonna be good. It's gonna be really good and golden. You you have to hit me up later and tell me how many watch time hours you got off this, or how many
Yeah,
views you got off
definitely.
this whole channel.
Yeah, after a day or two, after it's had time to calculate, I'll let you know.
Alright, man. So, alright, Bub, you have a good night, man.
You too, buddy.
Alright, later, bro.
Later. So, that is about it for the stream. Unless we have anybody else who wants to get online and talk. Nope. So anybody thoughts on YouTube taking away mobile live streaming if you don't have 1,000 subscribers? Okay. Yeah, we were on for an hour or so, so figure I'll end the stream now. So, be sure to leave us a comment down on the video below on the replay. Hit that subscribe button if you're not. And follow us on Twitter and all our social media platforms so you can follow us as when we progress. And if you want a channel shout out for your channel, simple thing is to participate in our streams, get involved in the chats, ask questions, and I'll bring up your channel during that live stream. So, thanks for stopping by.